up, Ravens?
Welcome back to Nest News Live. I'm Jack Davis, joined alongside
Amy Applegate,
McLeod Zudi,
and Keely Loney. We've got some awesome live segments for you today, including a Wake Club interview, a fun pumpkin painting competition, a continuation of my interviews with new teachers, and an interview with some of our amazing entertainment students.
And we can't forget about stories on seniors in our music programs, The Noche de Baile, Dig Pink, and a new episode of Word from the Halls.
Also, a huge shout out to our Lady Ravens tennis team for winning 3rd place at state. Amazing job, ladies.
Without further ado, let's roll that intro so we can get started.
Before our first segment, we have an important story giving awareness to a custodial shortage in our school. Let's hear more about it from Hattie LaRue.
You may have noticed the shortage of janitorial staff at ONW. Here's an inside look on the problem and how it's being dealt with. Unfortunately, the janitors declined the interviews, but we did get an interview with Mr. Gunderson, who is the head of janitorial staff.
Well, I think like in many professions right now, it's very difficult to hire people. After COVID, there was a lot of, or actually during COVID, a lot of people were being paid and weren't working, and I think we're still experiencing some of the fallout from that. I think we're working on it. We're trying to get it resolved right now. We're trying everything we can.
Now let's hear what we can do as students to make sure the school stays clean.
I think as far as staff and students go to help out, if you see something in the hallway, pick it up. Throw it away. Don't kick it down the hall and let somebody else do it. Try and pitch in and help wherever you can.
This has been Hattie LaRue. Now back to the desk.
Good morning, Ravens. I am here with Sarah Kate, a member of our Awake Club here at ONW. Thank you so much for sitting down with me today. So first of all, what is Awake Club?
Awake is the Christian club here at ONW. It's basically church. We have fellowship and a message. So yeah.
Nice. So how did you first start getting into Awake?
I started my sophomore year because freshman was COVID, but I saw an Instagram story that one of my friends posted about it, and I swiped up and I asked her about it, and I just started coming regularly, and I started getting involved in what they had. So yeah.
Nice. So what keeps you going to Awake? Like, what kind of environment does it create?
What keeps me coming back is the people and the community that it builds here in Awake. I have made friends with kids that I wouldn't be friends with regularly, because it just brings in like all different types of people from all groups of the school, and it's just a really cool environment. And what keeps me coming back is the people and the speakers that we bring in. We bring in local pastors from all over Kansas City. All different types of churches and cultures just come into Awake, and they just share what they have and for the gospel and for the kingdom and how they view it. And it's really interesting seeing so many different types of viewpoints on the kingdom of,
I love that. So what are some events that you might have coming up, just for anyone that might not know?
Tomorrow morning, actually, we just have a cereal social. I'm bringing in like 10 gallons of milk, and everybody's bringing in cereal. And we're just going to have breakfast together, and we'll have small group questions, and it's just getting to know each other more. We have worship mornings occasionally in the choir room when some kids play the piano and some sing. And then towards the end of the year, I'm talking with the Zook right now, but we're having an all Olathe schools and some Blue Valley and some Shawnee Mission, and we'll have like a Kansas City high school church service with testimonies and the gospel. So yeah.
Nice, I love that. So what time and where do you guys meet, just for anyone that might be interested?
We meet in Mr. Brandstrom's room 1115 in the science hallway, and it's at 7 a.m. on Friday mornings, and we usually leave about 7:55 and go to our first hour.
Nice, I love that. Well, thank you for sitting down with me.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay, next up, we have a story about our musically talented Raven seniors. Let's take it to Ashlyn Vaughn for more.
Here at Northwest, we are so lucky to have such talented music programs. We spoke to some of the seniors to see their perspectives.
I've been in high school band for all 4 years, and then I started playing trombone when I was in 5th grade.
I've been in orchestra for 7-8 years.
I've been in choir since my freshman year of high school, and I've sung all 4 years of high school. And I first started singing in 7th grade.
when you get to like the high school level, and especially like later years in high school, stuff like marching band, it's just so much fun, so rewarding, and best experiences of your life.
In orchestra, I've learned a lot of leadership skills and a lot of just patience while practicing.
For me, it's how I de-stress. Music is something that I turn to and go to relax.
And when I get to come to band classes, it's kind of like a break in the day. Like I don't have 7 academic classes all day. I have, band that I get to come to.
Other than having fun, these programs offer lifelong passions and connections.
So it's really something awesome to get to meet lifelong friends.
It's brought me friends, it's brought me relationships, it's brought me just so much joy over the years, and I don't know where I'd be without that.
You get to expand how many people you get to meet, all the interesting subjects you can learn, and the weird conversations you can have.
Staying motivated can be hard, but these students ultimately knew what was right for them.
In 5th grade, I had thought, when I did my schedule for 6th grade, I thought that band wasn't for me, and so I had signed up for choir, and my 5th grade band director, Mr. Spalding, talked me out of doing that. He talked me into signing up for band. I still did choir, but I did both, and I don't know where I would be today if I hadn't listened to him and chosen to continue on with band.
For me, I want to be a music educator, but for a lot of other people, what made them stay is mostly the friends and just the connections you can build in order.
I knew that if I wasn't going to sing or do anything musical, I was going to be in a worse off spot. And so staying in choir really helped me have a positive outlook.
We're so proud of our seniors, and we're so excited to see what else is in store for them and for our music program. For ONW Now, this has been Ashlyn Vaughn. Now back to the desk.
As some of you may know, this year we've welcomed a multitude of new teachers, and on the first Desk News, I had the pleasure of speaking to the new student naturalist teacher. Now I'm continuing my series, and today I'm joined by the new entertainment video teacher, Mr. Lamb. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join me.
Thank you for having me here.
So not many people may know this, but Mr. Lamb was actually the very first entertainment teacher here. So my question is, what made you come back?
Let me correct that because I wasn't the very first.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I was actually here year 2. And I left in 2007. I was deployed to Afghanistan. I was still in the military at that point.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. And when I came back to Kansas City after I got out of the military in 2014, I came back and I came back to visit ONW, and then I wound up on the advisory board. And so I stayed in contact with the program for a long time. Worked real closely with Mrs. Smith, who was the teacher before me, and then. When she announced over the summer that she was leaving, I kind of talked to my wife and said, I think I really want to go back and teach this program because it's always been kind of close to my heart, and here I am.
Yeah. So how has your experience this year been different than your time here before?
It's been great this year. Honestly, I feel like that, taking a 16-year break and working in industry for as long as I did, really helped. The students have been great this year, and it's been really wonderful coming back, for sure.
Yeah, awesome. So how do you plan on having a positive impact on this program?
I'd like to bring my real-world experience into the classroom. I feel like that, students really, react positively to that. I also have like a lot of contacts in the industry that can bring in to guest speak. And so we've had a lot of guest speakers this year. People are actually out there making films. And so bring them in, talk to the students about what it's like to actually be in filmmaking, and that's helped quite a bit.
Yeah, I think the guest speakers are really important. I know when I had Miss Smith, I really liked when she brought in guest speakers. So tell us a little bit about what you have planned for your students. What's going on this year?
So this year I've changed things up a little bit. In the past they've done like full-length features. You did one like full-length feature at the end of the year, and I've decided to do 4 short films, which is the same amount of work that you would put on a full-length feature, but now we're gonna do it 4 times in the year. So I want to give more, more time, actually on set, filming, planning, and to give everyone more of a chance to kind of fill those roles that they might not get if you only did it one time. So that's one of the big changes that I've made.
Yeah. So if they have 4 feature films, are they doing any assignments outside of that?
Yeah, so we've done, we're doing the standard, we've done commercials and we've done music videos so far. I think what they're finding is that the length of, the amount of work that you put into a short film, and especially doing 4 of them, is quite a bit.
Yeah.
And so that alone has kept them very busy.
Yeah, awesome. Well, those are all the questions I have. Thank you again for joining me, and we hope that Northwest treats you amazing.
Thank you for having me.
So in other news, last Monday, our Lady Ravens volleyball participated in Dig Pink. Dig Pink is an annual volleyball tournament that raises funds and awareness for breast cancer. Let's go to Megan King to hear more.
After his mother was diagnosed with breast cancer, volleyball coach Rick Dunnitz and his family created the Side Out Foundation to raise money for breast cancer research. They raise money through local volleyball tournaments known as Dig Pink.
Dig Pink started in Olathe in 2012, and all 5 schools are part of it. JV and varsity are invited to a really nice dinner on Sunday night, and they have speakers that come in and they talk about their experience going through or hadn't gone through and are on the other side of it now. They talk about the foundation, the Side Out Foundation, and what it supports and everything.
There is so much energy and love, I guess, that is showing at these events through the young volleyball players and their competition, that it's very inspiring for those that are suffering with breast cancer, and it brings them a lot of hope.
Along with the banquet, Dig Pink also raises awareness by a district-wide volleyball tournament.
They have matchups with opposing teams that are maybe some of their rivals, so they bring in a lot of attention.
And they have auctions. All the teams from all the schools put a basket together to be auctioned off. They also have an honoree walk, so if you have somebody that has dealt with that, you can honor them and walk with them, and they announce it. It's a great opportunity to highlight something that involves so many women.
The mission is to change the way breast cancer is treated. We work within the metastatic breast cancer community, which is the end stage of breast cancer currently. There is no cure at this stage yet. We hope that someday, through our research and our findings, that we can find a way that outcome can change.
Dig Pink shows that volleyball is more than just a game and can be used to bring people together to spread awareness for a great cause. We appreciate everyone who's been involved with Dig Pink. For ONW Now, this has been Megan King. Now back to the desk.
Today we'll be doing a pumpkin painting competition with all of the grades. Our freshman contestant is...
Hi, I'm Kaya.
Our sophomore contestant is...
Hi, I'm Liv.
Our junior contestant is...
Hi, I'm Daniel.
And finally, our senior contestant is...
Hey, I'm EJ.
So today we will have 2 minutes to be able to paint pumpkins, and then we have an awesome art teacher who will be judging them fairly. We have all our paint, we have water cups to dip things, and all of our paint brushes. So I'm going to give you guys a countdown, and then you just go ahead and start. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so EJ, what's the plan here?
Plan is to beat Daniel. That's the plan.
That's the only plan, to beat Daniel?
And win, of course.
And win? Okay, what's your game plan?
My game plan is to show out my inner animal, which is a monkey. And I'm trying to beat this boy EJ, Emmanuel, because he thinks he's all that, man.
Okay. Liv, what's your plan?
I'm just gonna paint it colorful and hopefully it turns out. No, I'm not.
You're gonna lose. Okay, Kaya, what's your plan?
I'm kind of just gonna throw some colors out there and beat all these people.
That's a good plan.
I'm so confused. I'm trying to find out.
Okay, EJ, do you think you can be too old to go trick-or-treating?
Yes. Yes.
What's the capstone?
30.
30 years, okay. How old do you think you have to be to stop?
You got to be like, at 12, bro, you should be paying taxes.
12?
Yes, man. You should have a 9 to 5 paying taxes. Like,
okay. How old do you think you have to be to stop trick-or-treating?
I think 14's a good age.
14.
But, like, if you want to trick-or-treat older, like, no one's stopping you.
Yeah, I agree. What about you, Kai? What do you think?
I think too old of an age.
I agree with you. I think you can go whenever you want. We have 30 seconds left, so you guys better hurry. What about Halloween costumes, guys? Do any of you guys have any good Halloween costume ideas?
I do, actually.
What's yours?
I'm going to be Mario. Actually, no, I'm kidding. I'm going to be Luigi, actually.
Okay, Luigi? Okay, what are you doing?
Shoot, I don't celebrate Halloween, but if I did, I'd probably be like an iguana.
An iguana? Okay. What about you, Liv?
I'd probably be like Barbie.
Barbie? Oh, that's a good one. What about you, Kaya?
I don't know. Probably something just funny with my friends.
That's a good one. Okay, and time's up. No. Okay, so Miss Mangold, if you want to come and inspect everyone. Hey, PJ. Okay, so you can come and inspect everyone. So everyone, if you want to back out and let Miss Mangold.
Oh, okay. I like that. That's nice. You just got a face. Got a little face. Okay. Okay. We've got another little face with some teeth.
You can see. Look, you gotta. I allowed.
I think it's good.
I allowed room for imagination. You're not. Yeah, it's a monkey.
Oh, okay. I can tell it's a monkey, so that's good.
Do you guys want to turn yours around so that everyone can see?
And Ninja Turtle?
Yeah, mine. As you can tell, as my artistic skills from you, of course. Thank you.
Is it Raph?
Ninja Turtle.
Is it Raph?
Yeah, it's Raphael. The best one, of course.
Well, Mikey's my favorite, but I do think that's the best pumpkin.
The monkey?
No,
the Raphael? Okay, so EJ wins. Good job, EJ.
As I said, I was going to.
This would be second. Donut second.
Okay. Okay, well, this segment has been so fun, but now it's time to go to another fun segment. Let's take it to Miley with Words from the Hall.
What's up, Ravens? Welcome back to Word from the Halls. Today we'll be interviewing students about their favorite fall activities. What's your favorite fall activity?
Football games.
Definitely football.
I like baking cookies.
Watching football at home.
I like playing basketball.
Okay. I don't know if that's fall, but it's okay. What do you like to do at the pumpkin patch if you go?
Pick pumpkins and carve them when I get home.
Jump on the thing that's full of air. Yeah.
I like to see how many pumpkins you can carry, as many as you can fit.
That's really
so
fun. What's the ideal fall temperature?
I would say a good modest 55 degrees, no wind.
It's a little cold.
60, 55.
Like 40 to 60.
70, a little breezy. Got a jacket on.
I like warm temperatures, so high 65, and then not super cold in the morning.
Yeah, I agree.
70, when the leaves change colors.
Okay, that's not a temperature, but what's your favorite NFL team?
The Chiefs, because that's the only one I know.
The Chiefs.
Chiefs.
The Chiefs, but I don't watch them, so.
Chiefs, for sure.
Chiefs.
Of course, the Minnesota Vikings.
Welcome back to the studio, Ravens. And speaking of those short films from earlier, today I'm joined by Jacob Aldrich, Asaya Montez, and John Young from the 6th and 7th hour entertainment video class to discuss the short film they have in production. Thank you guys for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So, Jacob, I was wondering, what is the name of the film and what is it about?
Yeah, so the film's called How to Rob a Diner, and it's about two teenagers to cope with the idea of growing up. They decide to, rob a diner.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
So it's pretty specific,
Yeah.
spot-on title.
Yeah.
You gotta appreciate it. All right, so what are your guys' roles in the production?
I'm the director and writer of the film.
I'm assistant director.
I'm DP and co-writer.
All right. So, Jacob, as the director, what sort of influences and control do you have over the production as a whole?
So, yeah, I oversee the creative vision of the film. I'm very inspired by other coming-of-age films, my favorite being Superbad. Superbad has a lot of heart to it. I wanted to inject a lot of that into it. And then right before writing, I saw American Graffiti, which was the film George Lucas did just before Star Wars. And the way that film captures how it feels like to know that you're going to leave the nest soon, I wanted to capture a similar feeling with this film.
All right, I think you definitely took the right class with your
Yeah.
interest in this subject. So, Asaya, what has been so far your favorite part of the filming process?
Yeah, I think my favorite part of the filming process is definitely being on set with everyone and just seeing how everyone just really wants to do their job and make sure
Yeah. Speaking of the set, it's obviously called How to Rob a Diner. The diner is probably a pretty important location. John, are you filming on location?
Yes, we are filming on location. It's a little diner in Bonner Springs, and I asked them, because we did shoot there last year, and so I asked them if we could shoot again, and they were like, yeah, of course, you can come on that.
That's it? You just have to go into a functioning business and be like, hey,
Yeah.
do you mind?
Yeah, basically.
All right, so, Asaya, what are you looking forward to the most by the end of the
Yeah,
film?
I think seeing like the final product definitely, because everyone's really passionate about the film right now. So I think just seeing the end result.
And Jacob, will other students be able to watch this film?
Yeah, so you'll be able to see the film in May. We're going to have a short film festival of all the films that Econ makes this year at Glenborough Arts Theaters. We don't have a specific date yet, but that will be in May, and I'm very excited about it.
I'll be there. Sounds like a lot of fun, guys. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
All right. This past Saturday, the Hispanic Leadership Club hosted La Noche de Baile to celebrate Hispanic culture through dance. Here's Danny Tarek with the story.
Noche de Baile was hosted last Saturday and celebrated Latino heritage. Let's take it to Miss Jansen to see what she has to say next.
So this Saturday, we're going to have our second dance night, or Noche de Baile, with the whole school.
So the event is basically just a dance, like a normal dance anybody would go to, but it's going to be towards more Latino and Hispanic music. And the types of dances that'll be there are kind of like merengue, bachata, cumbias, huapangos. So it's a lot of Hispanic dances, but I feel like it's something that a lot of people could learn, and it's just a really nice thing. The dancing is some of it is very fast-paced, some of it isn't, but for beginners, it's not that hard to get into, especially if you do take advantage of the free dance classes that'll be happening at 5.
Okay, so there are some students who are volunteer to teach us how to dance. Okay, so we're going to have videos, and also they're going to explain us how to move and how to do it. So we're going to play different type of music.
Tickets were $5 and many attendees brought food that was included in the event.
Also, some of our Hispanic families, they have been very generous, and they're going to bring us some food, homemade food and drinks, so you guys can taste some of the diversity in our Hispanic culture. Yeah, well, we started last year, and we would like to continue every year because it's a way to kind of show some of the traditions that we have in our Hispanic countries.
Unfortunately, our time has ended, and we must say goodbye. But I think we need to talk about the pumpkins, guys.
I agree. The donut is definitely my favorite.
She could tell this was a monkey?
Yeah,
Sorry, that's astonishing. She must be an art teacher because I don't know about that.
I'm just confused about the green one. Like, what's
it has character.
It's giving
okay.
fresh
Oh, there's
and-
a face on it.
Yeah. Maybe it's a frog. Maybe.
Oh,
maybe.
Okay. You know, for me, I think it's a tie between the donut and the Michelangelo, because I think this one. Wait, is this Michelangelo?
Yeah,
What is
that's,
this one?
yeah,
Okay.
that's Michelangelo.
I think. Oh, you can't.
Or no, it's
see.
Raphael.
Oh, I like this one, but I also like the donut.
Yeah, I like these two. But before we go, at the volleyball game tomorrow night, help Sky Pierce collect donations for the Foster Adopt Connect.
Last year, Foster Adopt Connect supported over 1,000 kids with back-to-school items and is hoping to do the same this year. The collection box will be there tomorrow night through Friday morning, so make sure you bring any gently used or new school supplies to donate.
Since this week is a short week, we will not be airing an ONW Now until next Thursday.
And seniors, don't forget that Wednesday we don't have school, as it is a testing day for all underclassmen.
Man, I'm jealous of their 5-day weekend. Until next time.
Raven Nation, let's fly!